This ABC 15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.
Good morning on a Wednesday. Nick Saletti here with our top stories. The economy front and center today as the Federal Reserve begins day 2 of a meeting that could raise interest rates. The rate could rise 0.75%, but some experts say it could go up a full percentage point. The goal is to push down our high inflation, which rose again last month.
I think we've been spoiled in the last, say, 10 years because of the fact that the rates are low. And this is a wake-up call for a lot of people.
So this means credit cards, auto loans, and mortgage rates could change. Interest rates on mortgage loans are above 6%. If you were to purchase a $400,000 home, your payment would be about $750 more each month than it was a year ago. If you're on the job hunt right now, head to Mesa Convention Center today. Dozens of employers will be on hand for a job fair. It starts at 11. We're still waiting on a decision from a Pima County Superior Court judge on whether to lift an injunction on Arizona's abortion law. That ruling expected any day now. The injunction is on the territorial law banning all abortions in the state, and it's more than 100 years old. If the injunction stays in place, Arizona will enforce a ban on abortions after 15 weeks. That law goes into effect this weekend. Attorney General Mark Brnovich's office is arguing for the old law to be enforced after the overturning of Roe v. Wade. We're learning more about a gun scare at Queen Creek Elementary School. Police records show a 4th grade student at Legacy Traditional School brought a gun to campus with 16 bullets in the magazine. The child's parents admitting to police that they had a gun in the top drawer of a dresser, and the child used a ladder to get it. That child telling police that he carried it for his own protection. Officers have recommended charges against that boy and his parents. Dealing with cancer, of course, not easy at all, especially if you're raising a family on your own. A local nonprofit telling us they're seeing an increase in single parents asking for help, and they need more donations to keep up. The Singletons providing families with ready-to-eat meals, groceries, and other essentials like shampoo and soap.
I think that cancer is a really scary diagnosis, and there's not a lot of resources out there to help them through their day-to-day needs when they're going through treatment. And let's be honest, not only is cancer scary, but the treatment's really difficult and takes people's energy away. Financially, it can completely take any sort of extra money that there might have been. You know, that little nest egg is pretty much wiped out very quickly.
Well, the group says that they've helped about 50 people last year, but are on track to double that this year. Well, people at One Phoenix Mobile Home Park are now being told they have to move by April. They got a letter stating that Weldon Court near 12th Street and Indian School will no longer be a mobile home park. Now homeowners fear what's next. Some of these owners say they're too old to move and can't afford other housing.
I know that it's open season on mobile home parks because they're prime real estate.
What will you guys do if...
I'm gonna look. I mean, I don't know. My trailer's movable, but they don't take trailers as old as ours.
So we are working to confirm what exactly the property will be turned into. A community meeting was held Tuesday with the state housing department and nonprofits working to provide residents with more options. Now to a warning you probably never thought you'd hear. Don't cook chicken with Nyquil. The FDA issuing this formal warning, blaming a TikTok challenge for people trying to make the so-called sleepy chicken. There are scientific reasons why this is a bad idea. Breathing boiled Nyquil could actually damage your lungs, while eating the chicken could expose you to life-threatening levels of acetaminophen.
Tracking your most accurate forecast, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. The possibility of flash flooding cranks up throughout the day across Arizona as all the areas highlighted in green, including the valley, under a flood watch through 11 o'clock tonight, meaning conditions are favorable for storms to produce heavy rain and, of course, that flash flooding concern. Now, as far as storm chances for the rest of your Wednesday, they'll be on the lower end in the morning, but climbing through the afternoon, peaking at around 60% by midday and also the early evening, with temperatures only warming up into the lower 90s, well below average for this time of year. In fact, futurecast for the rest of the day showing again these pulses essentially going through from the valley along the 17 toward the high country, where the possibility of excessive flash flooding really cranks up later on today. And again, more storms rolling in from the south and southwest through 5 in the afternoon today, so the rush hour commute could be an interesting one for parts of the valley. And then by tonight, we still see that chance of rain throughout portions of Maricopa County all the way through the Navajo Nation. And then by Thursday, we'll see a few spotty showers, and then that's about it as far as rain chances for several days. Now, as far as the best shot for storms, again, that'll be this morning and this evening. And then by Thursday, we begin to slowly dry out with still the chance for an on-again, off-again shower or storm. Highs today staying below average. We're right around 99 for this time of year, but today highs will be anywhere from 89 in Anthem to 90 in Cave Creek, 92 in Scottsdale, 93 in Mesa. A few areas a little warmer than that, including Chandler, Gilbert, and Queen Creek, all at 94. Across northern Arizona today, highs only in the 60s. In Flagstaff and Heber, you'll be near 70, Sholo in the lower 70s, and across the lower deserts today, highs generally in the 80s and low to mid 90s. Futurecast, though, is showing the rain chances essentially moving on out of here by late tomorrow into Friday, and then by the weekend, we'll notice this big ridge of high pressure build that will allow for those rain chances to go out of here and those temperatures to climb back well above average. Now, here's your 7-day forecast. We go from 93 today with that chance for storms at 60%, going down to 20% on Thursday, the first day of fall too, with a high of 96. And then we heat up by Friday into the upcoming weekend with highs anywhere from 100 to 102 degrees through Sunday. A little warmer still on Monday with a high of 103 and lows near 80, and still hot on Tuesday with a high of 102. But today will be the best shot for storms out of the next 7 days at 60% with a high of 93.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, just go to ABC15.com or download our free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.